Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Station 4 in Macon-Bibb County, and the airport coming out this morning with our new apparatus. I'm so glad to see you all here. It turned out to be a beautiful morning. The weather's just awesome for us after the rain we had yesterday. That was much needed for sure. But I just want to just tell you that we are so thankful to Macon-Bibb County Fire Department with the support from our mayor, our commissioners, county manager, and everybody that makes it so successful for us to be able to get these apparatus when we need them. The airport has needed an upgrade in our fire apparatus for a little while. The apparatus that we're replacing today is actually a 1994 Titan, and as you can tell, that's a few years old. We actually were able to get that apparatus as a refurb just to make sure that we were keeping the airport compliant and where we needed to be. And so now I'm proud to announce that we actually have a brand new Rosenbauer Panther 4x4 ARFF apparatus, air rescue firefighter apparatus that we're here with today. So, as we always start out with our programs, I'd like to introduce our mayor to come up and talk a little bit about the improvements that's going on with the airport and the information about the apparatus. And just this time, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Miller, to come up and.
Thank you, Chief Edwards, and thank everybody for being here today. It is another great day to be in Macon-Bibb County, and certainly I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Chief Edwards again and our quality staff that we have here at the Class 1 Fire Department. Just a couple of days ago, we were able to send several people to help in Brantley, as we know that wildfires continue in Georgia. I want to make sure we always keep them at the forefront. These are the type of things that we overlook sometimes when we think about these men and women risking their life to support citizens of Georgia. So I want you to keep thinking about them, praying for them. We want them to return home safely to their families as they protect other families across the state. So, and I thank this chief for his leadership and the rest of his squad for answering the call when it came there. And certainly our county manager and myself, that was an easy decision for us. So thank you very much, chief, for doing that. We're excited to be out here at the airport, right? A lot of great people make things happen in Bibb County. You'll hear from Commissioner Howell. This is his district. Just a few moments. Commissioner Wilder, thank you for being here today. Commissioner Hewitt, thank you for all that you do in our community. And of course, I usually start with our ladies here, but Commissioner Bailey, you're to my far left. Thank you for being here again and being so supportive of the fire department, all public safety. You know, we try to provide our public safety with the best equipment we can. As we saw just a couple of weeks ago when we had the largest amount of fire apparatus come on at one time. You can fact check that since you're fact checking everything else. We have 8 fire trucks coming on, and we were able to be there that day and just show, flex a little bit. And we're doing all we can do to make sure that happens in Macon-Bibb County, and certainly the citizens at home that vote for our spots and that. You know, I'm not going to tell you what this costs here, but if you think you're a millionaire, you may be able to buy that. It's not cheap, but it does what it needs to do. And the other thing it's going to do is make sure that we continue all the big and wonderful things we have going on this airport, and we do. I'll tell you just a couple of those things. I'm not going to tell you everything because then we just give away all of our secrets at one time. But certainly, we just announced new destinations that we have here with Contour, going to Fort Lauderdale and to Baltimore, and that's going to be a much busier airport. We just been talking to several people about all the interests that are here for our commercial airlines and new destinations come out of Macon. I'm excited that in the future we're going to have some new airlines here, new destinations here. And just to the right of me here, you're going to have one of the best FBOs in the entire world. It's going to be a large guitar shape with plenty of private aircraft following here, flying into this area here. And it's going to be something we can all be proud of. One day I can envision a new terminal coming here. And of course, you know, with the runway extension that's presently going on, and we'll be able to have larger planes flying to larger destinations from Macon-Bibb County. And certainly it wouldn't happen without all these wonderful people coming together. My pleasure as mayor to get to stand before you today and represent the entire Middle Georgia area, not just Macon-Bibb County, but everybody in Middle Georgia in this region is going to get the benefit for this first quality airport. And like I said, we've seen some incidents happen in other places. They didn't have the best equipment and the best people involved. We don't want that to happen on our watch. And I appreciate the chief pushing this effort, and appreciate the citizens of Macon-Bibb County putting the money in the mouth here, and of course the commissioners that made it happen through a vote. So on behalf of Macon-Bibb County, all the people we represent, the 9 people I have the pleasure of serving with, we want to let you know, Chief, that we continue to support your men and women with our public safety. We're always going to put our money where our mouth is to make sure that we take care of them first and foremost. So it's a great day to be in Macon-Bibb County, and at this time we'll call up Commissioner Bill Howell, who represents this district safety.
Like the mayor always says, what a great day to be in Macon, especially out here in South Bibb County. In 2019, I decided I was going to run for county commissioner out in this area. And part of that was I knew how important the airport was to our economy. Dean Baldwin was just getting started on their new addition. There was rumors about extending the runway. The FBO was in certainly need of of revamping, basically tearing down. As you rode by, you see it, the new one coming out of the ground. That's an exciting thing. About the same time I decided to run, I decided to finish my pilot's license. So not only am I a commissioner here today, but I'm also a pilot based here at Macon. And this fire truck, it's a pretty new fire truck, and it's just another fire truck to most people. But if you're a pilot and you declare an emergency, if you know you're fixing to have a gear up landing or whatever the situation is, that's the most important piece of equipment that you want to see. Part of the reason it's that color, so you'll know it's out there. And you'll know that it's putting foam out there or whatever the situation is to help you land safely and live another day. So on behalf of the commissioners and the mayor, we appreciate not only the fire department for what you do and the forward thinking to make sure that all this stuff that's going on out here, to me that's one of the most important parts of the puzzle. To our airport staff, to the folks that make all this happen and make the puzzle work. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, everybody that has to do with it. I appreciate everybody coming out. Welcome to District 7. I can't wait to see the rest of it, but this is a very important piece of the puzzle. And now I'd like to introduce the Deputy Director of the airport, Ms. Heather Butler.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not a seasoned speaker, so I need my papers. But as Commissioner Howell mentioned, I'm Heather Holstrom-Lowe, the Deputy Director of Aviation here at the Middle Georgia Regional Airport. I'd also like to add that the Director of Aviation could not be here today. He is working on the next big thing. He's working on air service development, so he's sad he couldn't be here today. But thank you all for being here. This marks a significant step forward for us at the airport with our new arrival of our Rosenbauer apparatus. Moments like this are important, not only because of this equipment, but because of what it represents here. At this airport, safety is not just a talking point, it is our number one responsibility. It is our number one job here. So speaking of safety, I'm really glad I didn't fall out of that very large, very pretty truck. This new ARFF vehicle directly strengthens our mission here. It enhances our response capabilities, it improves our operational readiness, and it ensures that as we grow, we're doing it in the right way, with safety leading every step of the way. So I also want to recognize that this vehicle was made possible through American Rescue Plan funding, ARFF. So this strategic investment not only helps us maintain our infrastructure, but it actively improves our capabilities in ways that benefit both safety and long-term growth here. And that growth is what this enables. So with this addition, we are better positioned to support a higher ARFF index, which expands the type of aircraft that fly in here and the size we can accommodate more safely here. So it's not just a technical upgrade, but it is also a strategic one. It allows us to support larger operations, and it does create opportunities here for not only us, but our partners as well. For example, Dean Baldwin, right down on the south ramp, they now have the ability to bring in larger aircraft and for paint and maintenance, and that's a direct impact. And it supports their growth, and it also strengthens our partnership with them, and it reinforces this airport as a place where we can scale business. So that kind of progress does not happen by accident. It takes coordination and alignment and a shared commitment to doing things the right way. So thank you to our ARFF team and our operations staff and our tenants and our partners and the leadership of Macon-Bibb County as well. This was definitely a collective effort, and today is a reflection of all that teamwork. So today we're not only pushing in a new vehicle, but we are pushing forward with our commitment to safety and expanding our operational capabilities continuing to build this airport so that we are prepared to take it to the next level. So thank you everyone for being here, and thank you to everyone who made this possible today. It's pretty exciting. And now I'd like to reintroduce Chief Shane Edwards.
All right, well, I'll tell you a little bit about, of course, why we're here is for our new apparatus. Let me give you a little bit of history of why we needed this. The apparatus that's over here to your right, the one that I said was a 1994 Titan, everything that's inside that apparatus operates manually. Manually being that our firefighters who are operating the nozzles, getting the water out of there, doing everything we can for an aircraft emergency that may occur out here at the airport, is pretty much handled by turning knobs, pushing buttons, doing this and doing that. Where now, when we're going to the new Rosenbauer Panther 4x4, it is new, state-of-the-art, the latest, greatest. And as I say always with Macon-Bibb County Fire Department, we are the greatest. This is just one more piece of the puzzle for the latest, greatest apparatus that we need. It's computer automated, which means that now our apparatus, our firefighters are being able to operate that apparatus more effective and more efficiently and getting to the scenes quicker and more swiftly. So, unfortunately, Commissioner, if we ever have that emergency, and we hope we never do, but we'll have the technology that we need on site to make sure that we are able to mitigate those emergencies. And so we truly appreciate our Commissioner. Thank you very much for being out here today, being with us for this occasion. The push-in ceremony. You know, this is something we started a few years back. It's not something that Macon-Bibb came up with. This is a tradition in the fire service that's been going on for years and years, all the way back to the early 1900s. And the reason we have these push-in ceremonies is because when firefighters would respond to fires back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, they were taking horse-drawn steamers to the fire scenes, and they were fighting fire with a steamer that was pulled by horses. When they would get back to the fire station, they would have to unhook the steamers, get everything put back on the wagon, steamer, and get it ready for the next call. They would take the horses to the side in the stables, and they would cool them down with water. And then the firefighters, after the horses were cooled down, everything was ready, the firefighters would get together and they would actually push the steamer back into the fire station. So that's where push-in ceremonies kind of originated from, the history of the fire service. So with that, when we introduce new fire apparatus into our department in Macon-Bibb County, we want to continue that tradition and the tradition of the fire service. And it's also an opportunity for us to be able to have these ceremonies and just thank once again our mayor, commissioners, the county managers that make this happen and making sure that we're continue to have the funds that we need in place so that we can have this technology. So thank you all for being out here today and making that happen with us. So at this time, I would like to do one more tradition in Macon-Bibb, is whenever we introduce a new apparatus or we introduce a new graduating class or we do promotions, we always have our chaplain, Livonia Franklin, to come up, one of our own retired firefighters, come up, and today he's going to do a prayer dedication over this apparatus and our firefighters who are stationed here who are protecting and serving our community.
Would you bow your heads for just a moment? Almighty and everlasting God, ruler of all whom the elements and subject to, we thank you for this gift of a new fire apparatus. We dedicate this truck and ask for your blessings upon it, and may it be a vessel of safety and a guardian of life, serving as a shield against the ravages of fire. Bless these firefighters who will operate this machinery. Grant them courage when they're afraid, wisdom when they're making quick decisions, and strength when they're weary. Protect them as they work on the front lines to serve our present age and our community. Whenever this truck is driven to an incident, may it serve as efficiently to protect our travelers who are coming in and out of our great city of Macon-Bibb and our community and property of this airport. We trust this vehicle will be our protection for our community. We honor the brave men and women that will use and bring calm to chaos. We thank you for our leadership, our mayor. We thank you for our fire chief and those who make up this wonderful community of Macon-Bibb. And we do believe this would add more protection for our city, our county, and for those who are coming to our great place called Macon-Bibb. We thank you now. And the people of God said, thank God and amen.
So as we get ready to do the push-in ceremony, drivers, if you'll go ahead and take your positions as they're getting in place. I'd like for our commissioners to come up. Also, the one more group that I failed to mention, but somebody that's been very instrumental in all of this whole process is my executive staff. Our chief officers have been going through, our training chief, Parker, our deputy chiefs have been going through making sure we get all the certifications we needed to get the ARFF in place and get certified. Thank you very much to our airport ops team in the back. I know that a lot of communication goes on daily, probably hourly with our ARFF team to make sure that we have those people in place and everything we need for the audits and the FAA audits and things like that take place. So thank you for your patience, but thank you for working with us and making this happen. I would like the commissioners, Mayor, if y'all will come up, Heather, if you'll come up and be part of that ceremony. And then one last group, my administrative staff. Ms. Felicia Harper, thank you so much for always making sure we have all the paperwork in place when we're making these purchases and making sure that we have anything, and welcome our administrative staff for being out here with us this morning. All right, let's get ready for the push-in ceremony, firefighters. If y'all want to come over to the truck, we're going to go ahead and do our push-in.